Emma Kealy is the Shadow Agriculture Minister in Victoria. I wanted to talk to her about what we mentioned at the start of the program, which is the concern of these areas in the Hume of Victoria, 12 different councils that have written to the Agriculture Minister saying, hey, what's going on? Emma joins us now, of course, from Victoria. Nice to see you, Emma. Give me an idea here where the Premier was out and about, a couple of days ago, pretending that she was there to help, but are the concerns of this council, they still remain. What is the gulf between what the Premier's doing and what these councils need?
Well, we've heard a lot from the Premier saying she's a regional Victorian. We've got a Treasurer who's a regional Victorian. And so apparently this is the team that's going to deliver for regional Victoria. But we certainly haven't seen this during this time of drought right across the state. We've had terrible low rainfall conditions, some of the lowest rainfall conditions we've seen on record. And yet we've got a government that isn't putting any money towards our farmers to provide immediate on-the-ground support. We've seen the waiving of a tax, which hasn't even been introduced yet, a $3 billion additional tax on every single household or business, and particularly our farmers. But when it comes to helping with fodder, with helping with water, helping with some rate relief or getting stock up to Queensland to protect their genetic lines, we're just not seeing anything. It's crickets from the Labor government, and people are feeling very ignored.
Some of these councils that, again, wrote this letter, was published in the Herald Sun this morning, talk about drought declarations. What is the difference between, again, what locals are seeing as drought conditions and what the state government is, well, officially declaring to be one?
It becomes very rigid, Paul, where it's about what we talk about, 2 failed seasons. But the problem is the timing of the rainfall. So I was driving around Victoria, regional Victoria, not just today, but on Friday, Saturday and Sunday as well. And the paddocks are just barren. There are cracked, dry jams everywhere. And when you see stock walking around in a dusty landscape, at start of June, end of May, it should be pouring with rain now. We should have a huge amount of green pick, if not grass, through the area, through all of our paddocks, and we just haven't got it. It's just dire conditions, and when you speak to farmers, you really hear how they're taking it quite personally. Our farmers are enormously proud people. They have often farmed for generations upon generations, and they can't change these current conditions, but they're really tired anyway. They spent all summer fighting bushfires with little support or thanks for that. We now get to this point where they need our help, and the government is nowhere to be found, and they're simply heartbroken.
But also it seems to be this scenario where, if the Premier turned up, released a press release, there you go, we've noticed, thanks very much. Again, she parades around and pretends to be a country Victorian. But the area we're talking about here in the Hume, substantive part of the state, significant when it comes to agriculture, population, tourism, all the rest of it. But what everyone can see with their own eyes is that this will look no different in 12 months' time. Yes, it will be worse, but it'll look exactly the same. It's still bone dry now. In 12 months' time and another failed season, they're in trouble now. Give me an idea, again, about the idea that the Premier will think, everything's okay because I turned up, I put out a press release, but clearly that's not good enough.
No, and look, your map is fabulous because that's where the drought's heading into. But we're now heading to a period where about 2/3 of the state is in drought. It is a significant low rainfall event, and we need the government to step up, but they're just absent. In fact, they're more focused on putting a great big new tax on our farmers and providing that immediate support that our farmers need. And this has a huge flow-on effect, Paul. We know that if there is no food, it's just going to push up prices, and every single Victorian will pay the price for Labor's failure to support our farmers in their time of need.
Exactly. Farmers are not tax pinatas that you can just keep whacking and money comes out. They're real people, real families, real businesses, real people helping the Victorian economy. Thank you so much, Emma. I really appreciate it. Look forward to more chats into the future. Keep us plugged in on what locals need in that area.